Page 10, Jolly Time Tune. Well, let's see what we got. It's 2 pages long, treble bass clef, 2 sharps in the key signature. This is in the key of A major, so do the scales and arpeggios for A major. And if you're doing the minor ones, do F sharp minor, because it has 3 sharps. 4/4 time signature. Let's take it one hand at a time. Make sure the fingering and everything works. I don't think the rhythm's a problem. A bunch of quarter notes and half notes. It's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now you should be able, you just lift the other fingers, then come back out. Second line, if you don't fit up in here for the G sharp D, then you got to do a 2/5 here and you stay out here. I don't know how big your hands are to be here or here. You decide, or your teacher. I'm going to do a 2/5. I like to stay out here. 1, 2. Third line, you're doing, I'm not going to spoon feed you the notes, you got it. Just keep in mind, in the last line, you have D sharps, you're here. But in the next measure, that's a D natural, because those sharps are only good for the measure they're in. So, going on for the last 2 measures of page 10, yeah, it's a D natural. And the left hand will play that note. Let's go down to the bottom of page 11. It's a little tricky here. You have on the, next to the last line, the 2 hands are playing, the left hand plays the first 2 beats at the beginning, the 4th line down, it's here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do this if you want, or this. Again, I don't know how you fit, how big your hands are. And then come up here, and it's the same notes up here. They could have used an 8VA, but instead they put on 1,000,000 ledger lines. And I can't just look at that last note in that line and tell you what it is. I have to stop and figure it out. I have to look at the ledger line. 2 ledger lines, 3, 4, that's 5. So that's like it's up here. That's like a B, good grief. It's way up there. And then the last line, what is that one? Well, that's 2 ledger lines, 3, 4, and that's right above it, so that would be an A. So that's what it is. I just, now you write in the letter A up there, it tells you what the name of the note is, or you, and then the next measure, you're just adding C sharp to it. Then come down, same notes, okay. Left hand is here. Come down, then up, so much for the left hand. Let's go down the bottom, page 11. The next to the, it's the 4th line down. The left hand plays the first 2, left, right hand then, and then again, 3rd measure, and then the same notes up here. Now the left hand's going to up here in the treble clef, and then the last line, 2nd measure, you're just doing the A and the E. You see those lines they put in front of the notes? That's telling you the left hand's playing those notes. They also put LH to help you. And the stems are going down to help you. It's like they're telling you 3 different ways that the left hand is playing it. You know, take a hint. I don't know. And then down here, and then down here. And then the last measure, that note is 3 ledger lines, which is an A. And you ought to memorize that one. Put the hands together slowly, and we're here. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Get the idea? Let's go to the bottom of page 11. Last 2 lines. We're here. Now it's just the same notes in different octaves. Get the left hand up here ready to go. And then the last one is the same notes, different octaves. Yeah. So I'll put the hands together and then I'll go back over it slowly, maybe a line or so at a time, and get rid of any hesitation. Now you're moving around so much, you'll have to look down at the keyboard when you move, but try not to look down any more than you have to. Then the articulation. We have staccatos and accents, so we're playing this. Flexing here, and they're played a little louder because of the accents. And smooth. And that's the articulation pretty much throughout. Then the dynamics. This is, for the most part, the right hand. Mezzo forte, sort of loud. That makes the accent notes loud. this in the background. Now there, it's all melody, so it's all moderately loud. At the bottom of page 10, there's a crescendo. You're going to go up to loud. Moderately loud. That note is loud. Don't get loud until there. So I do it every 2 notes. So louder, down. And now you're loud because you went up. They're not telling you anything. See, normally, if they wanted you to stay moderately loud on page 11, if they don't give you anything, stay where you're at. So now we're loud. I don't know if that's really what they wanted. It could be an error, but I'd play it loud. That makes the accented notes very loud. I don't know that I really like this to be that loud. I think probably there's an error in the music, and I'm guessing at the top of page 11, they meant to give you another MF. They don't want you to go up crescendo at the bottom of page 10 and stay there. They want you to go up for that and then come back down and continue. It's not clear. So in my opinion, you could take a pencil and put in an MF in the first measure on page 11. Just go back to moderately loud like you were at the beginning. Because when you get down to the last 2 lines, at the end of the 4th line, you get the crescendo to go up, moderately loud. Now you're loud here. And I don't know, oh, it's here. I'll get the right notes eventually. It's loud with accents. That makes them very loud. Do you need to be very loud? That's interpretation. Loud is enough for me. They didn't give you an accent on the last note, so that's just, I don't know that you want to get very loud at the end, but if you do, go for it. But the last note is just loud then, because there's no accent on that. Unless there's another error in the music and they meant to put an accent and didn't. I don't know. I'm guessing they don't want an accent there. That is coming down a little bit, a little softer. Then the speed. Allegro, jocoso. Jocoso's playfully. Allegro's fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, somewhere in there is fine. It needs to be accurate, so make sure you can play it accurately with no hesitations. Get rid of the hesitations. Now on top of all that, they've added pedal to some of it. Not all of it, just some of it. Here we're using pedal for effect and to help give us contrast, because the first 2 measures at the beginning is kind of bouncy. Then we're going to contrast that with smooth and connected. Back and forth between the 2. It's an effect. It works. Because it's kind of quick, you got to push the pedal down pretty much with the note. And then you can lift it up with the hands here. In the 3rd measure here. Lift up. Yeah, and it's the same pedaling throughout. Something like that. You don't have to take it that fast. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Feel the natural accents all the way through. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Now, I'm not going to do the louds and softs. We're not performing it, but I will go ahead and include the pedals so you can see that again. I'll give us 4 counts, but we're going to go slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Go on. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.